Hi, welcome back. So we will be continuing with May-June 2023, uh, variant 4.3, starting with question number 7 here. The diagram shows the graph of a function. So this is the graph, and put a ring around the word which correctly identifies the type of function. So let's look here. This curve is cutting the x-axis at three different points, 1, 2, 3. If the curve cuts the x-axis at three different points, we say that it is cubic. We know we have studied about quadratic equations, a parabola. It cuts the x-axis at two different points. So if the graph is cutting the x-axis at two different points, that is a quadratic. If it is cutting the x-axis at three different points, it is a cubic. And we know about a linear graph. It's a straight line and it cuts the x-axis at only one point. So if it is cutting the x-axis at one point, we say it is linear. 2, it is quadratic. 3, it is cubic. And also we will be studying in detail about sketching the graph next year. We need to know the shape. There are four different types of graphs for a cubic equation. So that is, one is similar to this. This is one shape when the coefficient of x cube is greater than 1. That is, basically a is greater than, if it is a positive, it's positive, a greater than 0. Now, we will be having a graph somewhat like this, the shape. This is also a cubic graph shape if the coefficient of x cube is negative. If the coefficient of x cube is negative, and we'll be having a graph like this. Sorry. So this will be x cube, just simply x cube, and one more. So if we are having a graph, this will be the graph for minus x cube. So these are the four different types of graphs that we will be getting for a cubic function. So here, all these in detail we will be studying next year, but still you need to know, since it is cutting the x-axis at three different points, and we know this shape is a cubic function. So we have to circle cubic here. Moving on to the next one. On the diagram, sketch the graph of y is equals to 1 by 2x. So y is equals to 1 by 2x means y is equals to 1 by 2 is 0.5. I can write this as 0.5 by x as well. We know this is a reciprocal function. A reciprocal function, a reciprocal graph will always be, if we write it as y is equals to a by x. If a is a positive number, then the graph will be in the first quadrant and the second quadrant. The shape of a reciprocal graph, it will be something like this. Okay, so we have the y-axis and x-axis as the asymptotes. So y is equals to a by x. If the a value is positive, then we will be getting the curves in the first and the second quadrant. Here we know that it is a is positive, therefore it is in the first and second quadrant. Now we need to find out two values here, that is when x is equals to 1. When x is equals to 1, what will be my y value? Y value will be 0.5 divided by 1, that is 0.5. So when x is 1, let's say my 0.5 is over here. When x is 1, my y value is 0.5. So this is the point which the curve will be passing through. Now let's see what happens when x is equals to minus 1. When x is equals to minus 1, we know the graph equation is 0.5 over x. So when x is equals to minus 1, 0.5 divided by minus 1, which will give me minus 0.5. Let's say my x value minus 1 is over here, and minus 0.5 is over here. This is the point which the curve will be passing through. So now we just have to, the graph will be something like this. And here it's always asymptote will be the x-axis and the y-axis. So this will be our graph. On the diagram, sketch the graph of y is equals to 1 by 2x. We know the graph of a reciprocal function, it is always in the first and the third quadrant if the numerator is a positive number. Here the numerator is a positive number, so it is in the first and third quadrant. And you just have to see the values for x when x is equals to 1 and when x is equal to minus 1. That is it. Moving on to the next one here. Solve the equation 1 by 2x is equals to 2x. So 1 by 2x is equals to 2x. When you cross multiply 2x into 2x is 4x square is equals to 1. Therefore, x square will be 1 over 4. Therefore, x will be plus or minus root of 1 by 4. So this will be x is equals to plus or minus root 1 by 4 means it is 1 by 2. So x can be plus 1 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. On the diagram, show the sketch of y is equals to sine x. Interval is given 0 to 360. You can use your calculator for this purpose. Just put sine 0. Sine 0, when you put it in your calculator, you will get it as 0. Then I'll just put 90 here and then 270. We need the multiplication tables of 90 on the x-axis. 90, 180, 270, 360. Now sine 90, when we put it in the calculator, we will get as 1. So sine 90 is 1. Sine 180 in the calculator will give you 0. Sine 270 in the calculator will give you minus 1. And sine 360 in your calculator will give you 360. Sorry, 0. Now you just have to join these points. You just have to join these points. So when you join these points, you will be getting a sine wave like this. This is the sine graph. Done with that part. And now solve the equation 3 sine x plus 1 is equals to 0 between the interval 0 and 360 degrees. So again, we will be using our cast diagram here. So 3 sine x plus 1 is equals to 0. Make sine x the subject. Sine x is equals to 1 goes to the other side minus 1. Okay, sorry, 3 sine x is equals to minus 1. So sine x will be minus 1 over 3. Therefore, x will be sine inverse of minus 1 over 3. So when I put this in calculator, sine inverse of minus 1 divided by 3, I'll be getting the answer as minus 19.47. I'll take it as minus 19.5. So I got the value for x as minus 19.5 degrees. Let's draw the cast diagram here. Cast diagram CAST. Okay, now minus 19.5. Here, whenever I have explained about cast diagram in my previous videos, I told you the negative sign and the positive sign indicates only the direction. Magnitude is 19.5. So if it is positive, then it goes anti-clockwise direction. The measurement of the angle will be anti-clockwise direction. If it is a negative sign, then the measurement of the angle will be clockwise direction. That is all. That is the only significance of positive or negative sign. The magnitude is more important here. So minus 19.5, I told you if it is negative, we need to measure clockwise. So let's say minus 19.5, this is 19.5, and I told you minus sign is just for the direction. It is going clockwise. Now, always as usual, we need to get the angle, which is an acute angle with the x-axis. 19.5 is an acute angle. Acute means the angle will be between 0 and 90. Now, as usual, we'll be drawing the x that passing through the origin. So here it looks like an x here. That's why I call it as x. So all these angles with the x-axis will be same. This is 19.5. This will be 19.5. Here this is also 19.5. Now the angle representation in the first quadrant is theta. Angle representation in the second quadrant is 180 minus theta. Angle representation in the third quadrant 180 plus theta. And angle representation in the fourth quadrant is 360 minus theta. Theta is the angle in the first quadrant. Now, we always have to put a box here. Sine value. What is my sine value here on the right hand side? Sine value is negative. So you need to check sine in which quadrant it is negative. Sine is negative in the third quadrant and fourth quadrant, because in the first quadrant all of them are positive, sine, cos, tan. In the second quadrant sine is positive. So sine is positive in these two quadrants, so we need to find out, because sine is negative in these third and the fourth quadrant. Sine value which I got here is negative. So sine is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. Third quadrant, the angle representation is 180 plus theta. And the fourth quadrant, the angle representation is 360 minus theta. And theta is the angle in the first quadrant, that is 19.5. So 180 plus 19.5 and 360 minus 19.5. 180 plus 19.5, I will get 199.5, and 360 minus 19.5, I will get it as 340.5 degrees. So my answer here will be 199.5 degrees and 340.5 degrees. Moving on to the next one here. A shop sells shirts for X dollars. So for one shirt, it is X dollars, and jackets for X plus $27. So for one jacket is X plus $27 dollars. The shop sells four shirts, that means 4X, and three jackets, that means 3 times X plus 27 for a total. So altogether, the total is 194.75. Write down and solve an equation to find the cost of one shirt. That is basically, they're asking us to find out X here. So 4X plus 3 has to be multiplied with X, and 3 has to be multiplied by 27. So 3X, 3 multiplied by X, 3 times 27 is 81, is equals to 194.75. Collecting the like terms, 3X plus 4X is 7X. Now 81 goes to the other side, 194.75 minus 81. So what is 194.75 minus 81? That will give me 113.75. So 7x is equals to 113.75. So x will be 113.75 divided by 7. The answer when you divide by 7 will get it as 16.25. So $16.25 it is. So 16.25. Now solve the simultaneous equations. So you must show all your working. So we have a non-linear simultaneous equation here. X square plus 4y is equals to 37. 5x plus y is equals to minus 8. What I'm going to do here is substitution. I'll take the second equation, 5x plus y is equals to minus 8. And I make y the subject here. Y is equals to minus 8. Positive 5x goes to the other side, minus 5x. So y is equals to minus 8 minus 5x. I'll put it in the box and substitute with the first equation. X square plus 4. Instead of that y, I'll replace it with minus 8 minus 5x is equals to 37. So x square, expanding the bracket, 4 into minus 8 is minus 32, and 4 into minus 5x is minus 20x is equals to 37. So bring this 37 also to the left hand side so that we will be getting a quadratic equation. Simplify and we'll get the x values. So x square minus 20x minus 32, 37 goes to the other side, it becomes minus 37. So minus 32 minus 37 is minus 69 is equals to 0. We need to find out two numbers in such a way when we multiply we should get minus 69. When we add we should get minus 20. When we multiply we should get minus 69, and when we add we should get minus 20 from the factors of 69. If we find the factors of 69 means in which all multiplication table we get 69. 3 times 23 is 69. Minus 20, when I add them, I should get minus 20. So minus 23 and plus 3. When I add these two, at minus 23 plus 3, I'll get minus 20. And when I multiply them, minus 23 into 3, minus 69. Yes, satisfies the condition. So I can simply write, when you factorize this, you will get x plus 3 into x minus 23. This method will be possible only if your coefficient of x square is 1. So this is coefficient of x square here in this case is 1. That is why I have used this method. Otherwise, I would have preferred maybe formula method or something like that. So now I need to equate it to 0 separately. So x plus 3 is equals to 0 and x minus 23 is equals to 0. X is equals to minus 3, x is equals to 23. So I got both the x values. So x is minus 3 and x is 23. When x is equals to minus 3, what will be my y value? I have kept a box here for y is equals to minus 8 minus 5x. Substitute for x minus 3. This will become minus 8. Minus 5 into minus 3 is plus 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. So minus 3 comma 7 will be my first value. When x is equals to 23, again take the same thing. Y is equals to minus 8 minus 5x. So that is minus 8 minus 5 into 23. Minus 5 into 23 is minus 115. Minus 115. So minus 8 minus 115 is minus 123. So I'll get the second point here. When x is 23, my y value is minus 123. This will be your answer. You can just put it here. When x is minus 3, y is 7. When x is 23, your y is minus 123. Moving on to the next question here. A solid cylinder has a radius x and height 6x. A sphere of radius r has the same surface area as the total surface area of the cylinder. Show that r square is equal to 7 by 2x square. So it's given that the surface area of a sphere, that is 4 pi r square, is same as the total surface area of a cylinder. Total surface area of a cylinder, we know it is 2 pi r into h plus r. So 4 pi, radius of the sphere is given as r, so r square is equals to 2 pi into radius of the cylinder is given as x and height as 6x. So radius is x, height is 6x plus again radius is x. So 4 pi r square is equals to 2 pi x into 6x plus x is 7x. Now pi and pi gets cancelled, so r square is equal to 2 into 7 is 14, x into x is x square, divide by 4 goes to the other side, division 4. So 14x square by 4, this will give me 7 by 2 x square, 7 by 2 x square, r square is equals to 7 by 2 x square. That is what we had to prove and we proved it. So we are done with question number. Now we have 9a. The diagram shows a shape made from a square ABCD and two equal sectors of a circle. So we have a square and we have two sectors, and it is given that both the sectors are equal. The square has side 11 centimeters. So here the side of this square is given as 11 centimeter. Now if this is 11, this is 11, this is also radius. These two are the radius of a sector. So this will also be 7. Again, similarly, if this is 11, then this will also be 11 because they both are the radius of the sector. Angle, we know it is 90 degree here and 90 degree here. Calculate the area of the shape. So area of the shape, first I'll find out area of square. Area of square is equals to side into side. That is 11 into 11. This is 121 centimeters square. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find out the area of one sector and I'll multiply by 2 because I have two equal sectors. Area of a sector is theta divided by, that is the angle, by 360 into pi r square. Theta is 90. 90 divided by 360 into pi into r. Radius of the sector is 11. 11 square is 121. When you put this in calculator, 90 into pi into 121 divided by 360, you will get the answer as 95.03. I'll take it as 95 centimeter square. Therefore, the total area will be area of the square. We got it as 121 plus 2 times 95 because I have two sectors. I got the value for one sector as 95. So 95 into 95 is 190. So 190 plus 121 will give me 311. 311 centimeters square will be the answer for the A part. Now calculate the perimeter of this shape. So to find out the perimeter, you make sure that the dotted lines are not considered as perimeter, only the solid lines are considered as the perimeter. So I have 11, 11, 11, and this is also 11. I need these two arc length. So to find out the arc length, we know the formula theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Theta is again 90, 90 divided by 360 into 2 into pi into Radius is not changing, radius is 11. So 90 into 2 into 11 is 22 into pi divided by 360 will give us 17.27. I'll take it as 17.3 centimeters since it is. So 17.3, this is also 17.3. Arc length will be the same. So 11 plus 11 plus 17.3 plus 11 plus 11 plus 17.3 will give me 78.6. 78.6. So the perimeter of the shape will be 78.6 centimeter. Now the B part, the diagram shows a cube ABCDEFGH of edge 7 centimeter. Calculate the angle between AG and the base of the cube. AG and the base of the cube. So what we need to do is we need to find out the angle between this AG and this the base. So this is the right angle triangle that we are considering, and we need this angle theta. So we know this is 7, so I need this AC. For AC, what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider the right triangle ABC and use Pythagoras, because this is given as 7 and this is given as 7. A cube of edge 7 centimeter means all the sides will be 7. So I can find out this here. So 7, 7. So 7 square plus 7 square is equals to C square. So C square is equals to 98 you will be getting. So 49 plus 49 will give you 98. So C will be square root of 98. So we will get this as AC as square root of 98. So this was A, C, B. I got AC as square root of 98. Now let's go back to the original right triangle that we are considering here. We have 7 here and we have square root of 98. This angle theta is what we need to find out. So tan is what? Adjacent and hypotenuse. So tan theta. Tan theta is equals to 7 by root 98. Theta is equals to tan inverse of 7 by root 98. So tan inverse of 7 divided by root 98 will give us 35.3. 35.3. So I hope you have understood everything from these questions. If you have any doubt, feel free to write it in the comment box. Thank you for watching.